words, and I don't really remember what the story is behind it, but it refers to like a few strats that could be called upwards.
Dear Mario,
We've got a lot of support for Gold Team in the chat.
yours truly, Princess
I guess Dansta is the team captain of Gold Team, and the other team with Bev, Prune, who else is on it?
Paper Oreo and Tom or Tiger. I think Tom. Seems like Sean Raider has started.
Nice. I wonder if Bev's feed is just frozen.
Yeah, it seems like he's got some internet problems. And it does appear that he is Australian, so that will explain all.
But in the meantime, you can see Sean go for that lag 2 skip, looking pretty good with the safe method. Now we can see his timer twice, which is kind of interesting. That's just how the layout is. Sean's gonna come in here doing bomb clip. Now I have no idea where Bev is in the race. I mean, he should be doing bomb clip as well. I guess we just have to see how that's going. Successful bomb clip though for Sean. Oh, Bev, Paper, and Tiger is what BPT stands for. That's cool.
Yes.
I thought it was like best possible time.
I mean, it's both.
Yeah, but it's that makes the name better. I think that it's the players.
Yeah, I believe the gold team originally wanted to do the same thing, but that was a little too Monka-esque.
Alright. A decent 12-9 on the slide. I think Sean's someone who's gotten a lot better in the last year, but in general he's not like he's not someone who will try stuff that he doesn't feel confident in. So I think like he has a pretty well-defined process for doing races at least.
And in the meantime, we actually have a sign of life from Bev.
Yeah. Skipping forward into the intro.
Maybe one day we'll go into the next slide of this presentation.
Yeah. So in the SM64 community, every year, a guy called Cobra makes a highlight compilation. And well, let's commentate this 100 coin first from Sean. He's going for the advanced cycle. So you can miss 2 coins. He's already missed 1, but it's pretty lenient in that regard. Taking it fairly easy here on the islands. This is actually a place where you can save a bit of time just by like having really good movement, but also you're more liable to like fall down and make a big mistake in that case. It looks like Bev has gotten the bomb, doing the bomb clip. I would hope that works out. So as I was saying, in the 2018 highlight video, someone did an edit of Cheese's 120-star world record where he was dropping like 1,000,000 frames and made it like a PowerPoint presentation. And that was like probably one of the funniest points of any of those videos. But that's what we're seeing for Bev. Looks like he got the bomb clip. He's heading into the slide. There's actually a bit of movement now. The frames are being processed closer and closer together at a point that might even approach movement. And that's a 12-8 for Bev and a successful Owless for Sean. Also, thank you SpeedGaming Deutsch for the raid. I don't know any German, but hope you all enjoy the stream.
Vielen Dank.
There you go. Oh, Sean with a
Ooh.
very small. Okay. Going for the plank push, this is very safe, but understandable considering he almost just fell down there. Doesn't want to lose any more time than he needs to, and he'll get the candleless. So, Bev, his stream's still like 2 minutes behind. So, we might just have to work
Yes.
with that for the time being.
But it might also have been a case because he needed to close some shit down so his internet would actually work.
Yeah, that's possible also. Now, Bev here went for the pro cycle, which can save like 2 seconds over what Sean did. That's pretty risky, but he executed it quite well. Now he's got to do the ending here, where... Oh, missing 2 coins, he's going to have to get at least one of those. Okay, you can see him changing the angle on that side flip, but that's going to waste a little bit of time. But still probably at least breaking even with Sean. Ooh, actually that's not good either. And Sean not having the best go of it. Right. I'm not sure how nervous he is, because I'm sure he does get nervous, but I don't know if he tends to handle it well or not.
Clean one skill though.
Yeah.
Extremely hard strat there, where you have to clip into the boss there.
Yeah. Alright, Bev, let's see the texture setup. That'll save him about like 5 seconds against Sean. Alright. So we can at least look at their splits. So Sean's going to be coming out of bombs here in just a moment. Going for a nice triple jump to, or clipping the fence into a nice triple jump. Okay, so pretty rocky wombs. 7-weight is not great, but it's pretty serviceable. I don't think Bev's going to be too far in the lead, but he's also missed Alice, like we were just saying there. Second try. Okay. Alright, put a guess in the chat for the slide time. Last one was the 12.9. I'm thinking 12.8.
I'll say 12.7.
Okay. Oh, another 12.9.
Can we call that a commentator's curse?
I guess. I don't know. So Bev here could come out of Woms about 10 seconds ahead still, if these 2 stars go well. Oh, Sean missing a red. Not the best beginning. Understandable for a race though. But you hope that kind of once you're out of Woms, and at least by the time you get to Dark World, you're kind of over the jitters, because you definitely don't want to take a death in Dark World. That's quite costly. Oh, Bev getting a follow from Paper Ario. Insane troll face emote. Alright, Sean in Dark World. Very important to not take a death here, and he's already losing time though. You saw that he did that double jump on the slope instead of the ground. So he's going to be losing about a 4-second cycle here by the time he gets to these moving platforms. Alright, taking it slow to avoid the amp as it goes around. So this should be alright. That's a pretty clean ending, and in the meantime Bev's finished up Woms. And he's going to be heading into Wing Cap. So keep in mind these streams are about 2 minutes apart. So Bev is probably like 10 seconds in the lead. but we can't really see exactly. Alright, that's good to see from Sean. We like to see a good Dark World. Alright, Sky Jump here. You're gonna get a nice little instant wing cap when you break that box with the way you kick it. You can break the box with a kick, but still have enough height to grab it on your way down. And Sean will end up with the Sky Jump. But here's Bev in Dark World, the more important stage. And he's going for that Shig cycle, which could save him some more time over Sean. Remember, Sean has a 10:30-ish Dark World. Actually, he's going for the what we call Poverty Shig movement, which is a little bit easier, I guess, because you don't have to do the long jump to the middle island. But it's not as common, but still the same speed. So good cycle from Bev, and he's going to finish that one up. Sean's actually opting to go for the slide star first. Usually people will do wall kicks will work. Not that it really matters. One thing we do have to look for is if they will be doing CCM 18 or 17. CCM 18 means they're going to do the 100 coin with the penguin race, and CCM 17 means they're doing it with the slide star that Sean just got, which means he'll have to do double plus. A pretty difficult route to do, which is 2 pillarlesses in SSL.
Yeah, and looking at the splits from the few frames that I can see, it does say that both of them are doing 18 splits, but they might change their mind, so we'll have to wait and see.
Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit of a resync here. We're gonna try to help Bev catch up. Alright, let's see what star he goes for first. I would guess wall kicks. Nope, also the slide. So maybe it's a new trend. So not much to talk about right here. I would say this is one of the more consistent parts of the run. Between Dark World and SSL, it's usually steady, at least that's what you would hope. The biggest mistake that can happen is failing the penguin race, which is why the route is... your choice of route is important. Now on their splits, it seems like they're both going to be racing the penguin. Well, Sean, I believe he already is.
He is indeed.
Yeah. Alright, saving the baby penguin. Nice and easy. Once again, these are pretty comfortable stars, but they are sort of fun, I think.
And thank you, Tiger Team, for the follow. Greatly appreciated. And Sean is warmed up. He's no longer frozen.
Okay. Guess these timers are really unpredictable, huh? Foiled again with the retime attempt. Alright. Thanks for bearing with us, though. Even though it is a little scuffed. Sean's gotta save this penguin. Alright, that took him kind of a while. But fair enough. Okay, so now we can see that Bev is indeed in the lead. And Sean will be not far behind him. Alright, Sean wrapping up with the wall face will work. The quickest star, but probably the scariest in the stage. Alright, looks like we do have proper sync once again, so shout out to the restream.
Seems like we have about a 50-second difference between the two runners here, which isn't that bad.
You mean, wait, did you say 15?
Yes, I do
Yeah.
think so.
Okay. This story is actually a little bit scary, because if you get hit by the boo, you can fall off, and that loses about 20 seconds, because you have to reload the area to go into the house, which means that even if you've hit the boo twice, it's like you still have to do the whole fight again. And plus it takes a long time to get back up top. So it's always a big, like, groan when that happens, I guess. Pretty decent run for Bev, I would say. Not a bad race start with like a 16-11. I think Sean's PB splits had a pretty good beginning, so you know, he's going to be a lot more behind than Bev. Well, I mean, they both had decent beginnings in their PB. So what I'm saying is, even though they're red, it's not too bad. Interesting MIPS approach there. Going for a long jump, I usually don't see that. I typically just see a couple dives. But I think that might help you catch the bunny a slight fraction of a second earlier. Alright, Pillarless, this is what we came to see. Is Bev going to go for Tomoplas? I don't think so, no. Okay. But this is a good angle.
Looking good.
And got it first try.
Now let's see Sean.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, Sean went a bit safer with that extra ground pound, but he's also got it. You can see how relieved he is with face cam. Because if you mess it up once, it's almost like the next time you try it, you're even more nervous. It's like, oh, I can't mess up twice or 3 times, and then you're losing minutes before you know it. So really cool to see them both get a first try. Okay, decent talents for both. Oh, Bev. Kind of uncharacteristic. Going too far on the single jump, so his double jump was on the slope. You saw that from Sean earlier in Dark World, but Bev, you're gonna lose maybe like 3 seconds because of that.
And it seems like yet again we have about a 50-second difference between the two runners.
Yeah, that's true. Still about the same.
It seems like they've found their groove and finally stopped making mistakes. And as I say that, commentator
That's
curse.
a commentator curse, for sure. Alright, Sean's at least got to get to the end here. Alright. That could have been scary because with 3 bars of health, you'll get killed by touching the lava. But if actually going for the multiple bullies and backflipping, that's not what you want to do. You want to ground pound, but that's the difference between A then Z and Z then A. I'm trying to kick this fella. Alright, taking a long time here. Let's see if Sean can do it better. I'm sure he can. Oh, not actually getting all 3. He needed to be a bit farther to the right.
Definitely a lot cleaner than Bev's though.
Yeah. Kind of an odd camera for Bev. I think that angle was a bit awkward. But he still got it. Sean has the camera you typically see. Not that it really matters a whole lot. But Sean should be saving a bit of time here. Well, we still have to see Lava Boost, which was what he was practicing before the beginning of the race. We'll see how it goes. But LLL is not particularly hard, but since it's 6 stars and most of them aren't free, it's like pretty common to see some mistakes. What do you know? Sean not getting enough distance. Throwing it down.
Does make the triple jump though.
Yeah. Alright, now we're finally going to see them enter the volcano. You can do the stars in any order in this stage. Nice main boost for Bev. Alright, Sean going for the long jump level boost a tiny bit faster. Because you can see he didn't have to spend so much time in the air. Oh, I thought he was going to fall down. Very close. Yeah, he was clenching. Bev with an unfortunate ledge grab. Alright, and it looks like he's gonna make it out alive. Hopefully Sean will too. Going for a safer grab for the pole. Bev side flipped, which the side flip gives you more height, and also grabs, because side flip is pretty low speed, you can hold back in the air, so you kind of grab the pole the way you were going, the way you were facing. Whereas if you grab with a lot of speed like Sean did, you kind of twirl around. So, faster elevator for Bev, but we'll see the actual time difference, because I think it's still about 15. Bev entered at 22:35. And Sean is going to be slightly under 50. Oh, like exactly 15 behind once again.
Jeez. Again.
Yep.
Well, these runners sure know how to make this interesting.
There's a nice pasta in the chat. Spam the on to help out Sean. Alright. Just looking at these chests. Both pretty good. Swimming is an area where you'll see a lot of little time losses, but usually nothing major, unless you miss manta rings, which could happen in a minute or so. But in general, these little I guess you could say like the places where you're slow aren't easily apparent while you're watching. It's only really by comparison that you can see where someone's faster or slower. But they're both going to be going for the sub. Very laggy part of the map here, so they're both going to be claw gripping. Oh. See, this is where the stage can get a bit nasty if you screw up. But a decent backup from Sean. Oh, he's missed a manta ring. Can he come back?
Mm-hmm.
These are very sketchy. The hitboxes do not align, but he's got it.
Seems like the lemons in the chat did help out Bev.
Yeah, and Sean's going to catch up a little bit. It's still 15. What am I talking about? It's always going to be 15. Alright, Fire Sea, though. This is somewhere where I'd hope Bev has a strong showing. Very pivotal stage here, because every cycle that you lose is about 20 seconds. And you have to play pretty well for about 30 seconds to make the good cycle. Bev, triple jump. That's pretty fast and swaggy. We'll probably see Sean do something different, but there are a lot of different ways you can actually go about collecting these red coins and still make it on time. Bev, this is the cycle here, that long jump, lava boost. And Sean actually not getting the red coin, this is going to ruin lava boost for him. And we'll see what he can do despite that. But Bev, that'll be pretty good. Side flip pull grab is quite spicy again, or quite spicy at the end. And we'll see if Sean can grab an early cycle, which will only lose about 10 seconds, but I don't think it's going to happen. So Bev should be up to about, 30 something in the lead.
Sean didn't quite get the wall kicks up to the higher part.
Yeah.
They're right now making the early cycle.
Oh, that's a good backup.
Ooh.
2 long jumps off of the elevator. I've never seen that. I think that's really smart. Alright, Bev leaving the Bowser throw as Sean enters. So looking like 35. And a good throw for Sean. This is the worst throw to miss because Bowser has to rock the stage when he lands, which means you can't grab him for a while. Spam this Mater is also pretty good.
Alright. We're getting a bit out there with the leaves here.
Alright, so Bev's gonna be doing this 100 coin star. It's different from the one we do in 120, because this one you get all the coins actually in the main area of the stage rather than swimming to the town section. Sean's not gonna be going for 100 coin first. Instead, he's going for the elevator star. And
Ooh.
Bev, in the meantime, is in danger. Alright, so far, not too bad. Let's see, Sean, good angle on the wall kicks, should work out. And Bev wrapping around here is he's gonna grab that Chuckya.
Is that what they called? I never knew.
Oh, Chuckya. Right, Sean is actually putting off the 100 coin until possibly last. Not quite sure.
We'll see right now.
Yep. Okay, now he's gonna be doing it. This is a cool camera that people started doing like 2 years ago to kick those boxes at the same time. Sean's gonna lose that 1 coin, which is okay, but he can't miss anymore. Good RNG. Oh, bad
Ooh.
RNG. He's gonna have to let that
Very
one
bad.
slide. So he'll have to get a box at the end, which is about maybe 3 seconds. Alright, good job navigating up to this point. And moving on those cork boxes is pretty tough. You just have to get used to the side flip timing. So, unfortunate RNG. Oh!
Missing a jump there, falling down. See how he backs us up.
Could be worse, but it's definitely not something you want to happen. So, he's also going to throw the Chuckya. Now, he doesn't need that coin because he's already missed too many. So he's going to long jump over to this little coin box.
Meanwhile, Bev here, clearing out wet dry roll.
Yep.
I'm moving on.
Sorry about that. Bam, Tabby, Z upward. Insane. Oh, that was from Tabby. Okay. Alright, good secrets from Bev. Difficult star. I would say both of them have been playing fairly well in the mid game, other than that Fire Sea from Sean. I think he's been playing a lot better than he was at the beginning, and Bev's been pretty decent all around. Oh, Sean, unfortunate mistake here. The problem with Tiny Huge Island is that when you're on the tiny island, stuff is like very clunky, and like the edges and the, I don't know, all the surfaces are pretty bad. They're kind of glitchy.
Is there more lag on the tiny island as well? Because we did see a lot of lag from Sean there.
Yeah, I think the tiny island gives you more lag. It depends where you are, but in general, yes. Bev with some almost good Piranha kills.
Close enough.
Yeah. Alright, so a 1-star lead for Bev, which for this is about 40 seconds. So he's definitely been increasing his lead since the beginning of the game. But overall, this is still a relay, and Sunshine is definitely where you can see the biggest time losses. So I think as long as they keep this close, you know, it might as well be even for the other two runners. Because I don't know how they'll stack up. You'd have to favor Paper Ario quite a bit.
Yes. But at the same time, in SMO after that, you have to favor Dansta a lot as well.
Now the stage that Bev is in, if you're not familiar with 70-star runs, this is where a lot of good PB paces end up dying, because you have these mountain clips where you can fall down, and then after this you have the red coin star, which is one of the coolest in the run, but also one of the most difficult. Ooh, Bev, losing a bit of time having to kick up, but he will.
Sean not getting a clip, unfortunately.
Oh, you're right. So he's going to be going for reds first. Alright. Decent on the shrooms. Now the maze part is arguably harder. Nice wall kick. Alright, not going for the pro strat, which you'll see Bev go for, I'm sure, because he looks like he's grinded this quite a bit.
Yeah.
Not quite. He's actually not going for the long jump over the shrooms, which is a little bit faster, so Sean will save time there. We'll see what Bev does for the ending. So he's going for the side flip. That's the best strat. Save some time over going around like Sean in a nice rollout.
Sean now trying to get that clip. Does get it.
Yeah. Oh, can he back this up?
Ooh,
no, not quite.
Falling down.
Have to get the box. So this is where it gets scary, because he's already missed this twice. And there's only one more backup he can do if he falls, otherwise he just have to retry the mountain clip.
That's Breeze. Yeah.
Yeah, the Breeze. Alright, really important here for Sean. Can he get this wall kick? Good long jump. Good wall kick.
Yep.
Actually going for Scale the Mountain first. Now the thing is, with this star, this is star number 1. And when you go back into the stage now, he's going to be on star number 2, which causes a little bit more lag. So that's why it's usually preferred to get the other star first. But we'll see when Sean gets up here. Because also the lag, if you're not ready for it, can actually screw up your timing on these wall kicks. Alright, Sean, another firstie, which is a first frame wall kick. So if he was 1 frame earlier, that would not have worked. What a camera angle! I think he messed that up. I mean, I think he messed up the camera to begin with, because that didn't look like something he'd typically do. So he's going to go play it really safe. So Bev's going to take a pretty big lead now. Oh, they both went for this. Opting to grab the ledge and side flip. It's kind of slow.
But remember, they're in a race setting, so
yeah,
slow and steady might win the race after all.
That was a really good start from Bev, though. That is, if you want to go slow and steady, if you want to go slow and steady, that's not a strat I'd recommend, because you have to ground pound on the box with a pretty tight timing. But he nailed it. Now we have the toilet spam. I love ground pounding so much, I might just ground pound in real life. Shoutouts to Lunar Jump. Sean, messing up the snowman's head, gonna take a long time to set up this backup. He will get it. You can see that Bev also... he must have lost a lot of time to snowman's head. I don't actually know what happened.
Seems like he was just taking his time setting it up, making sure it didn't fall down.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, Sean's also going for the advanced strat, but he missed the box. So not too bad. He still got the strat, just didn't save any time with it. Alright, we are getting into the business end of the run. Well, okay, let's say after Hazy Maze Cave, because sometimes you can have some big mistakes here, but usually it's not the stage that you're scared of. That's everything after this, when you get to Rainbow Ride, TikTok Clock, and Bowser in the Sky. Sean here's gonna have a lot of work to do if he wants to close its gap a little bit. And I'm sure Bev could make some mistakes up in Tippy. But it's not for granted, or it's not for sure.
Very
Well,
nice.
Bev could still get a 49 with this. So this route also came around, like, I would say 3 years ago, when people realized it was actually a little bit faster to go catch the bunny twice and do this stage later. Because usually you would do this with the rest of Basement. After you do SSL and LLL, you would do this and then go do Fire C. But it's also a little bit comfier, I think, because it lets you get Fire C out of the way sooner, and then gives you a little bit of a break before you end up in Tippy. So it looks like Bev has had a pretty solid HMC.
Ooh, shouting, barely not getting the button.
Yeah, that's
Let's get the
unfortunate.
back up cleanly though. Bev making sure to cleanly avoid those rolling rocks.
Ooh, Sean not getting the triple jump on the box. He actually landed on it, but just didn't have the speed. So second try, it is good. But as you can see, Bev's gotten quite a lead. Alright, time for Tippy. The most difficult part of the run has to be at the end, of course. And starting with Lakitu bounce. What's he gonna go for? Going for the side flip here. You see Lakitu coming closer, and he will get it. Alright, successfully ground pounding the star. Good first star in Tippy here. Once again, 49 is still possible. It should be a really good race time. In 70 star.
And if we look at both teams' combined PBs, I believe Dance's team, the gold team, actually has a better combined PB. So Team BPT does need this lead that they're
Yeah,
gonna
Bev's
seem
doing
to
a good
get.
job. Now that was really scary. When he ground pounded, or when he ledge grabbed, those donut blocks, you know, they're the ones that fall when you stand on them. So they were actually falling, and he had to jump and actually get over. He could have died pretty easily there, but he got it. Ooh, unfortunate first frame wall kick. That's one place where you don't want it. Sean missing the castle movement to get up into this stage. So we'll see what Bev can do for the end of the star. Sorry again.
Sean getting the lucky to bounce. Maybe those spams finally work.
Yeah. Alright. So Bev lost a decent chunk on the red coins, but overall, this is the kind of thing you want to happen in a race. You know, no deaths, no meltdowns, just get through it. And he did. Now, it'd be very difficult to get a 50, I mean a 49 still, but it is possible with a really good TikTok clock in Sky.
Sean messing up the
yeah.
wall kick to get up. But he got his back up for now.
Yeah, for now. Had to do another backup, but it seems like it's working. Oh, Bev, what was that? An interesting wall kick, and now he's going to have to go back up these spinning blocks, or I don't know, what do you call them? Some people call them pendulums. I mean, they are pendulums, but they're not like the big yellow clock pendulums. Alright, good long jump for Sean. Tricky triangles can be a lot better than Bev here, and that is going to be clean. So good movement here from Bev so far. Ooh, a little bit cheeky there on the top level. So usually people will do like a long jump to the boxes, or to the box where you get up to 80 coins. Bev actually did a little jump rollout and another dive rollout. Probably about the same speed, but still cool. So, oh, he was actually going for the fastest ending, which is where you kind of wall kick off of the back wall rather than going up the sides. But that didn't work out. You will get the backup here in the end, but a little bit of time loss. And probably could have been about 20 seconds faster overall, so no more 49, unfortunately. We'll see what Sean can make of this.
Just barely not getting those juicy reds we all want to see.
Yeah, this is rough. Okay, taking his time.
Oh.
Alright, pretty big time loss. He could have died there as well, so it wasn't the worst that could have happened, but still bad. Oh my god!
Ooh.
Is he gonna die? Yes.
Is he gonna die? He is.
You hate to see it.
Let's see if we can get redemption on clean reds.
No.
No.
No redemption.
Commentator's curse.
Right, good backup here. But still, Bev is just... he's just rolling along and saving a huge chunk of time here. Oh, I like this. Sean is actually going for the... Oh, they're both doing it. Oh, I'm so happy to see this, that it's finally becoming common. You can enter the clock on stop time by just ledge grabbing and waiting for the hand to get to a certain point and then doing a slow get up. It's way more consistent. And Sean actually made... Oh, can't talk. He's taking another huge bonk here. Alright, he's made it this far. But the ending is pretty difficult too, so what's he got? Okay, good so far. Really clean actually to get over that wall, but with like the minimum height it seems to get that ground pound. And Invis-Wall at the end. You usually don't want to jump that close to the clock hand. Alright, finally got it. Look at Bev here though. Strong 50 pace would be a really solid race time. And a really good start for Team BPT, which is exactly what they need. Like, because as you said, they're going with a slightly lower combined PB.
Yes.
Or not lower, I mean like worse as in higher time.
Yes. If I remember correctly, Ibero is like third worst with combined PBs.
Okay.
And Dance's team is up there in the top 10 of the 32 teams. But Beth, 10 record straight that combined PBs is not all that matters.
Yeah. Yeah, Sean is having a classic TTC. This happens to everybody, so it's not that he's a bad player. This literally happens to everybody at some point. Unfortunate to have it happen though, and you just gotta make it through. You know, you can't let yourself have like a ridiculous meltdown. You know, even if it's, you know, rough, you still gotta claw your way through. Oh, good pendulums. Unfortunate ledge grab, but that was at least a little bit cleaner than the rest of the stars. And Bev taking a little bit longer to get in the pipe, but he's in and still on 50 pace. That'd be a really good race time. Alright, throw number 1, good. Throw number 2, also good. Alright, this is it.
I'll keep my mouth shut for the commentator curse. Seems like it has worked. 3 out of 3.
Yeah, all of them right on the mark as well. Really, really perfect aim. And that'll be it for Bev. So gonna be taking this race by about 2 minutes. I mean, and that's even if Sean has a decent sky. 50-47. Alright, so it looks like, you know, a lot of responsibility on Dansta. I mean, I think it's, is it Tom Dollars playing? No, it's Tiger playing Sunshine, isn't it? We'll start with T.
I think it's Tom Dollars playing Sunshine.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna have to try to give Dansta a shot to come back on Odyssey.
I'll double check.
Okay, Tiger is confirming. Tom Dollars is gold team.
Tom Dollars should be next.
Yeah.
Up against Piranha.
Yep. Alright. So gold team really looking at Sean to at least finish up Sky. And I hope Paperario's stream isn't frozen like Bev's for the first like 5 minutes. Well, oh, that's so bad.
I think that might actually be to resync, but I'll have to look. Ah, Paperario's stream's going now. And we'll switch to Paperario's audio as soon as these cutscenes finish, because nothing interesting happens in them.
Yeah.
Or actually, as soon as Sean Raider finishes.
Alright, he can barely get a 53, but even still, that's a 3-minute win for Bev, so really good run by him. Unfortunate tippy from Sean, but it is kind of a roll of the dice, you know. It could have been Sean with a good tippy and Bev losing a couple minutes, and they could have been looking at, you know, Sean being in the lead.
I do feel like SM64 is maybe the hardest game to stay consistent at out of these three.
Yeah, I would
SMS
say
does have the
Sunshine
RNG.
is, yeah, like
Movement-wise, SM64 is...
Right.
Sean getting the second hit.
Oh, almost got hit by the fire. And last throw. And
Looking
that'll do
clean.
it. Alright, so there you go. Tom Dollars gonna be taking over for Sunshine. And I'm gonna head out. I'm sorry I have to go. Thank you guys for having me. Good luck on the rest of the commentary.
Yes, thank you. Alright, done with SM64. Now we just look at cutscenes. If you need to go to the bathroom, if you want to grab something to drink, if you need to do something for just a few minutes, you can do it right now. These are the most boring parts of the entire 3 hours. But afterwards, you'll go to see one of the most RNG-filled and movement-filled games. Since Baby Hour is a top runner, I'm not sure about Tom Dollar. We will see some pretty nice movement. Ooh, seems like Tom's timer is way off. 20 seconds. I think we'll find something after that. After this run. Paper Oreo starting off the run, but actually moving. While Tom is getting into a movie scene. Now I do have to apologize since I'm not an SMS runner. I know the basics of SMS, so my commentary will not be top notch, but I hope I'll make up for it for SMO commentary.
Princess, look! On the statue's head!
Shh, the movie is starting, guys. Not sure if you can get a quicker kill than that there, but Prepiore's kill looking clean enough. Now getting into the first shine of this race. Very annoying how every game the collectibles are called different. We got the stars, the shines, and the moon. Ooh. Messing up a slight bit there, I think. It also might have been RNG because of the movement. I wouldn't know. I'm not an SMS runner. All I can say is those with mid wall kicks look clean as hell. Okay, airstrip shine. Sorry, chat. There's not a whole lot to say about the beginning parts of these runs, as it's mostly cutscenes and the little movement that you do. It's not too bad. Ooh! And just as I say that, commentator's curse. Piranha missing the first chance to kill the Piranha there. Not that it loses too much time, I'll say like 2 seconds. But that's something you don't often see. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar finally done with watching movies. Going to unlock Bianco here. Bro, getting into what I consider the first difficult star of this run, the secret. I wouldn't say difficult, but you know, you can mess up. This is where the run really begins. Bit of movement as clean as Paper Oreos. That shine still looks easy as can be. Tom Dollar getting a little bonk there. I'm not sure if that loses time, because he might have still needed to wait for Shadow Mario. I'm just gonna assume it doesn't. Pepperoni going for the first real trick of this run. What you do is you're unlocking Rico Harbor by killing this. I don't know what they're called. I'll just call them slimy boys. But for the last little spray that he does, he's gonna quickly go back into Bianca Hills, thereby skipping the cutscene by making 2 play at once. Here he goes. And that's textbook. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar messing up the windmill wall kicks a bit, but getting them cleanly enough. Ooh, Paper Oreo. Losing the slightest amount of time by not water sliding all the way through. Also missing the spin jump. Not sure if you tried to go for it there. But the spin jump is faster there. And it seems like my stream has frozen. Seems like it's on my end though, so we're all fine. I'll just reload it. Give me a sec. And there we go. Tom Dollar's timer glitching out, going into the Matrix, never to be seen again. I'm sure the restreamer will fix that soon enough. Paper getting to the first RNG section of this game. The outside Piranha fight. There are a lot of patterns that can happen here. And Piranha at random will move to certain spots where Paper either can or cannot spray Piranha plant to the getting the whirlwind, unfortunately, those also are random. You either do or do not get them. Ringing the bells for that extra water and light. Super Runner going over the wall, unfortunately. February here, losing some time, I think. Or maybe not. I don't know how these patterns work. Getting another whirlwind, unfortunately, that loses another 2 seconds. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar getting into his first trick. And I think Paper actually got a pretty decent cycle there. Although he does have triple whirlwind. Tom Dollar also getting the cutscene skip. Meanwhile, Paper finished up what seemed to be a decently RNG Piranha fight. If it weren't for the whirlwinds, I would say it was pretty good. Tom jumping over the red coin seems to be messing up his flow a bit. But he gets back into it. Ooh, missing the water slide there. It's the only place where water slide is really needed to get the speed off the edge for the red coin. So does have to back that up and does do that cleanly. Meanwhile, Paper is opening up Gelato Beach. Where we will see Gelato Beach skip. And I wonder for Paper a man of his caliber, if you go for backflip or just normal GBS skip. Tom Dollar having slight bit of trouble getting to the Piranha. Let's hope it doesn't continue into the Piranha fight. Paper getting a clean GBS from what I saw. And I think that's a not too great beginning for Tom Dollar. But not getting whirlwind, so that saves him 2 seconds. I don't know the chances of getting whirlwind or not getting whirlwind, but I think it's about 50-50. Oh, getting his second world win. Or his first world, I mean. Ooh, Vaporia showing off some interesting movement. I didn't know there was an invisible wall there. Getting a fast entry into Monte Village apparently, which is actually beyond the village. Dollar finishes up beyond the fight with what seemed like average RNG. Vaporio closing in on finishing the chomplets here. Ooh. Unfortunately, it does get hit. And I just got added in the chat, and I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, I see what you mean. We need to have them finish as 164. The JoJo was not needed. But thank you anyway. Let's see. John is done and Bethune is done. I think that should fix things. If not, I'll see what I can do. Ooh, Vaporio getting a bonk. Will he make it? Will he make it? Of course he makes it. This is the easiest race, I think, of the whole run. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar going for GBS. I presume he will just do the normal setup, but we'll have to see. Ooh, not having his camera getting stuck. You really need that to have Mario keep holding that precise angle. Ooh! I think he hovered too early, so he got up, but does get in a clean second try. Meanwhile, Vaporio getting a clean damage boost. Vaporio seems to be on a very, very good run up till now. Maybe I shouldn't say that before he got into Beyond RNG, but hey, we'll have to see. Let's see how Tom Doll gets into Beyond the Village. Getting a little bonk here, unfortunately. Oh, and actually needing to set that up again. But hey, slow and steady wins the race, hopefully. Meanwhile, Vaporio getting a clean spray off. Tom Dollar going for an interesting jumpless threats. Just barely not getting him into the water. I was wondering why he did that from such great height. Now having to find the third jumplet. But he gets him cleanly enough. Meanwhile, Papario getting into another bit of RNG in this run. The Ramel cycle. The structures in this secret are all on a cycle, or so to say. They can pause or stop at random moments or just keep going. And we want them to move as fast as possible, except for the last one, which we need to stop for as long as possible. Let's see if we can get it done. And SpeedGaming too with the raid. Thank you for the raid. Unfortunately, Papario not getting the Ramel cycle. It's to be expected though, as such stuff doesn't happen all too often. Seems like the stars only lit up for gold team, which shouldn't happen, but it's whatever. Pipero getting into probably the most fun level of SMS, in my opinion. He's gonna spray all of the... Actually, I don't know what they're called. But this level is highly contested for the IL record, as it's extremely movement based. Also, happy birthday jumps. Yes, Team BPT, amazing name. Amazing enough, also the abbreviation of all the team members' names, first letters. And Papario finishes up with a clean 209. That's a very respectable time for this level, I would say. Tom Dollar grabbing the chain jump. Let's see how this goes for him. Ooh, having a lot of difficulty cleanly spraying the chain jump. Also having a lot of difficulty grabbing it again. So we'll be losing quite a bit of time there to Papario. But this is SMS, so anything can happen. Papario finishing up Pianta. Tom Dollar has a few more stars to go. Meanwhile, Papario is going for a pretty difficult strat here. I believe it's Honey Skip, where he precisely goes out of bounds and dies on specific frames where he both starts cutscene and dies, thereby skipping it. See if he has got it. He did get it. Very clean from Paper Mario there. Tom Dada now going into the secret. And hey, maybe he can make up some time by getting Romance Cycle. Although I highly doubt it. Paper getting to Pinna 1 now. Having to fight Mech Mouse. Oh! Tom Dollar! Getting the Ramel Cycle, it seems like. Yes, and that will save in about 30 seconds over Paper Mario. That is very, very good. Paper Mario getting a very clean Pinna 1, seems like. Yeah, Tom Dollar getting into the IL level. Let's see how he compares to Paper Mario. And if I recall correctly, Paper had about a 209 on this level. Going for the safe strat there. To roll out. Ooh, an accidental ground pound there. But nothing too bad. Actually also getting a 209. Gabriel must have had some difficulties that I didn't see. Meanwhile, Paper Mario finishes up the Pinna 2 secret. As long as he makes a cycle, which is very easy, and doesn't free move too hard, that shine shouldn't be a problem. Tom Dollar finally going to finish up the Anton Village. Now, well, it does seem like they're very far apart. That's mostly because of the previous run of SM64 between Sean Rada and Bev Brune, where Bev Brune had a fairly solid lead. But due to Ramel Cycle, I think Tom Dollar and Paper are actually fairly close, which will be major news for Gold Team, as they do need to make up that lead, which Stanster will be able to do eventually. If it goes on like this. Ooh, Paper Mario having a lot of difficulties catching the cycle there on the red coin. See how he backs this up. But that does lose a lot of time for Paper Mario. Maybe Paper Mario's first major mistake in this run. And hopefully the last. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar going into Honey Skip. Let's see if he got it. He did get it. Nice. So a bit of fortunate events there for Paper Mario. But still backing it up cleanly. Not losing too much time. making sure Tom Dollar has a lot of difficulty catching up. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar's getting into the Mech Bowser fight now. We'll see how clean his rockets are gonna be. Paper Oreo waking up the Eggy Boys, as I like to call them. See if we get them all in one cycle. Ooh! And it doesn't seem like they want to jump. So unfortunately Paper Oreo will not get the first one. That loses him quite a bit of time. And it seems like Tom Dollar had a fairly clean pin of one. We love to see it, we love to see it. Paper Oreo barely getting the second try. But it does seem like he got it. Seems like Paper Oreo kind of choking up in this spin now. Hopefully that does not go through into pin 6, where you have to do a difficult steep. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar getting into the sequence cleanly there. You love to see it. Pepero looking for that Durant. Gets it. Throwing the papaya, is it? I think it's the papaya. Through the gate. Cleanly leading to. And again, a pretty clean clip. Seems like this will work. And indeed it does. Paper Oreo, being not on the Japanese version, I think it's on the Italian version, the PAL version. So he will not be able to do fruit storage, as you see there. That's why he threw through the gate. I think Tom Dollar is also on the PAL version. So we'll see the same movements from Tom Dollar. Ooh! Oh! Paper Oreo barely missing! That is... You hate to see it, but that is indeed a very difficult jump to make. Now going for a bit safer movement. But that's completely fine after all that. I'm getting the clean, shiny grab. I'd have to say, Paper Oreo had a fairly clean start to this run, which is now slowly dribbling away in pin apart. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar, I would say, complete opposite. A bit of a rocky start, making some mistakes that you don't really see, and now just cruising through levels, left and right. Let's see if he can get the first second, or if he actually goes for it. That's all. Oh, one Eggy Boy not seeming interested. That's unfortunate. You hate to see it. Tom confirming in chat that he is on PB pace, which something you might expect with the Ramel Secco and the clean movement he's been hitting. And then again, commentator's curse. Not getting the first try on this one. Piranha moving into Rico Harbor now. While Tom Dollar's getting up to Trio IG. Rico on a shine, you shouldn't really lose time on the level that Pigmore is at. Riparario, sorry. $10. Seeing what he needs to get. I cannot see it because of the low amount of pixels, but it seems like he needed the pineapple. Finding the papaya and the Durban will now throw the papaya to the gate. Getting back on Yossi. Wait, will he go for a single? He's going for the single! A move that Papiario didn't even do. But getting it so effortlessly. Now that's a gamer move. I wouldn't have done that if I was on PB pace. Great stuff happening on Tom Dollar's screen right now. Not going for the risky jump, as Paper Mario did, which is respectable. Paper Mario getting a clean entry into the blooper race, where you don't even race with the blooper. Because we've decided Mario basically faster. Having a small bit of difficulty actually getting some fast stuff. But getting it cleanly enough that he doesn't lose too much time. But yeah, that was not the cleanest Rikatu I've ever seen. Alright, let's remember this. Paper Mario had a 41.29 on Rico 1. Tom Dollar is on PB pace. Let's see how he's faring up. Rico 3, basically just one big difficult jump. Ooh, bunking on the ship there though. Before he actually gets... Oh! The momented spin. Some interesting movement on Paper Mario's screen. Losing a bit of time there due to that massive bunk against the ship. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar's getting to Rico 1. Again, 41.29 is what we want to look out for. Oh, but keep in mind, Tom's timer is indeed about 15 or 20 seconds late. So that does not accurately reflect. Meanwhile, Paper Mario going for the swag spin there. get into Rico for secret. And these packs can mess you up if you catch a bad cycle on them. So let's see how Paper fares with him. And he's making me eat my own words here because he just makes it look like a cakewalk. Tom Dollar ending Rico 1 on a 41:30 seems. Now added to that the 15 or 20 seconds. He's only for now losing about 15 to 20 seconds on Paperario, which is insane considering the PB difference. I don't know exactly what Tom's dollar PBs is, but I know due to balancing of the teams, it's a lot slower than Paperario. So it's very, very good for Gold's team that Tom Dollar is pulling out this massive, how do you say, achievement. Paperario going into the rematch. I don't know why they used this boss twice. It's just a different spot. I don't think anything else changes. Some that are also going for blue pillars race. A bit of a weirder setup. Oh, not getting the water slide there, which is actually losing a lot of time as you don't have much space there to actually get a water slide. But backing it up and about 1.5 seconds worse than Paper Oreos, which is respectable. Again, for Paper Oreo's team to win, he should be keeping a steady lead on Tom Dollar in comparison to the lead he already got from Essence for by Beth. Not to say that Paper Oreo is having an insanely terrible run. He's only 1 minute behind PB. That is, for SMS, very good. Tom Dollar having what seems like no difficulty getting that shine. Paper Oreo seems like also no difficulty getting the red coins earlier, which can be very monk-ass, as one little mishap can kill you instantly. One bunk kills you instantly in the blue parade. Ah, sorry, we go 3, we got 3. Ooh, Tom Dollar playing with my heart there on that last pack. Really rolling out on the last axe there. But also getting a fairly clean Rico 4. Thank God. Februario already done with Rico, moving on to Bianco now. I can see the smile on Tom Dollar's face, knowing the run that he's giving his team right now. And the fact that he is on PB place. And so he can how do you say, preserve that positivity for the rest of the run. Getting a bonk there, losing about 2 seconds, not too bad. Ooh, that is bad. I don't know how that water didn't kill the squid. But having to have a jank back up there. I don't know how much that lost, but it didn't look good. February, meanwhile, going into Bianco 6. I want to say that you really shouldn't die on this next part for Paper Oreo, as you basically have to do this auto scroll again, but contains curse, so I never said anything. And thank God. We're moving on to the Shadow Mario of Bianco. Afterwards, we will be moving into Serena, which is quite an RNG hell, so to say. That's the most RNG, I think, out of all the world. Ooh, trying to go for the quick roll, but getting a kind of weird angle there, making it so that none of the water hits Shadow Mario. Respectable though, that he does try to go for it in the right setting. Ooh, Tom Dollar missing the blooper, losing in a few seconds. You have to focus for him this part. Ooh, missing the red coin there. Having to go back. You hate to see it. Tom Dollar not having the cleanest reds that you can have, unfortunately. February getting into the manga fight. Oh, Manta Ray fight, my bad. But Jonas is not here, unfortunately. He had to leave after SM64. And thank God that he actually was here, as I do not know a lot about SM64. So out of respect, go give him a follow. Paper getting to the Manta Ray. The movement that the Mantas here can take here is kind of RNG. And you want to kill the big Mantas as soon as possible. So afterwards, the little Mantas will turn purple and chase you. And that seems like a very bad RNG, unfortunately, there. Just couldn't find that last big Manta Ray. So, I think he will be losing a lot of time here. You hate to see it. Tom Dollar going into Bianco 6 now. Ooh, not getting the roll out there. And not getting the spin jump. You hate to see it. Having to restart the level. Thankfully, you don't have to restart the whole level, you just restart a secret. And Tom showing how it's actually done there. Getting a glitchy wall kick. Getting a good cycle, it seems. And having a clean ending. Thank God for that. Mirror Paper Oreo moving into Serana 2 secret. This one also has a bit of tight movement, especially on the sand section right here. But Paper Oreo makes it look easy, thankfully. And getting a fairly clean Serana too. $10 now. Done with Bianco. Gonna move on to Serena. Let's hope he will get some better RNG from the Manta Ray than Paper Oreo Elite. February now getting into the banana clip of Serena 3. I think. Yes. Basically in this level, it's supposedly a manhunt for the Yoshi to get into this room, but instead we just clip through with a banana, as bananas are broken in this game. There is another banana clip you can do, but we don't use it. It is 100% speedrun, as it is used to get one of the Delfino Plaza stars quickly. So unfortunately we'll be seeing that. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar getting into the Manta Ray fight. Not going on top of the hut, which I do believe gives you a slightly bit of better RNG. Maybe this is some new RNG manipulation that I haven't seen yet. Does look like it. Ooh, getting sprung around by the Mentos into the glue that electrocutes him. Tom Dollar having just as bad, if not worse time, even passing there with the Manta Ray fight than Paper Oreo. Let's hope this doesn't affect his PB pace. Although I highly doubt it won't. Ooh, Tom has to be careful here. If he gets sprung around even more, he might actually die. But thankfully no. He does cleanly get to Manta Ray ending there. But you hate to see it. Two messy Manta Ray fights from both runners here. But at least they're over with it. Meanwhile, Pepperorio going into this King Boo fight, which is the other RNG part of Serena. In this fight, King Boo either throws a fruit cycle or just like a garbage cycle. We want the fruit cycle to happen as often as possible. Now it's guaranteed that after a fruit cycle, you'll always get one mess cycle. But every cycle after that, it's random. And every cycle after that you get that isn't a fruit cycle loses you about 8 seconds. So they're the one guaranteed mess cycle. Pepero getting the first fruit cycle. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar's finishing up Serena's secret there. Ooh, just barely getting that. Looked extremely close to the edge there. Commentator not paying attention to Piranha. Not sure if that was the guaranteed cycle or not. But getting to the last fruit cycle, I think. Yes. And that was some pretty clean RNG for a King Boo fight, I think. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar going for the banana clip. Hardest part of this shine is actually getting up there with the banana, which he does cleanly. But apparently for Tom, the hardest part is grabbing the shine, which you know everyone has trouble with once in a while. Pepperorio getting into the cleanup. This is one of the other levels that actually has an in-game timer with it. And just like the other level, this is also quite a highly contested IA level. Now both of these runners, I believe, are playing on GameCube PAL version. I'm not sure about Tom Dollar. I'm pretty sure about Pepperorio, so they will not have to get the Japanese cleanup, which is quite a lot harder than the PAL version. But they also will not have the 3DS cleanup, which is basically extremely free compared to the others. The version differences have different requirements for how much you need to clean up the beach before you actually get the star. In the Japanese version, there's a lot of invisible goo. Oh, Tom is on GP. Commentator not paying enough attention, as you can see. So he will have to clean up that invisible goo. Tom Dollar getting a clean end to Serena 4. Now also going into the King Boo fight. He is too? No. Commentator reading, not paying attention. You can clearly see I'm an SMO runner here. In times like these, where I get things oh so wrong. I think I got confused with the 3YG, as I thought all players that As you can see there on the text box, they are indeed on Japanese. I got confused as they did not go for fruit storage, which I thought to be faster, but probably isn't, now that I think about it. Prepario into Noki 1, a very movement-based level, as is almost the whole of Noki. Seems to be getting it pretty cleanly. Now Tom into the King Boo fight. Getting the garbage. See if he gets an extra run or not. He does not. Great, love to see it. Having a bit of trouble grabbing the pepper. But that's what you get when the pepper is moving. Tom Dollar getting his first guaranteed cycle. Let's see if he can get a fruit cycle now. He did not. That's one extra cycle for Tom Dollar. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Does get the fruit cycle next try though. So not losing too much time. Meanwhile, Piper going for the clip here. This is a pretty easy clip. You can do it at home if you want to. Tom Dollar finishing up the King Boo. I did see some red there, so I don't think he's on PB pace anymore, unfortunately. But still, a fairly clean run from both players here. No extremely major mistakes happened this one. Tom Dollar going for the cleanup now. As you can see, Japanese cleanup. It would be fool to mistake it for a PAL version. Red equals can PB. Indeed true. Red equals can PB. Now, of course, Tom Dollar still having a big opportunity to PB. But, safe to say, being green makes it a little bit easier. Tom Dollar being a bit slow, but making sure he gets every little corner of this cleanup, as you need to do in the Japanese version. And ending around 13 seconds later than Paper already did. Here you can clearly see the movement difference for top layer. And to be honest, it's insane how much Tom Dollar has kept up with Paper Oreo through this entire run. So shout out to him. Meanwhile, Paper Oreo going into the eel fight now. Tom Dollar keeping us up to date, maybe needing to focus a little bit more on his run than on the chat, but that's up to him. Prepare, let's see how many teats can he get on the first cycle. I believe 6-tooth is the dream. But then again, I might be mistaken, as I've been many times in this commentary before. Ooh, it did seem like 6 was the dream, but Paper Oreo, noticing that he couldn't get it, getting out of the eel. You do not want to get eaten by the eel in this fight here, as that loses quite a bit of time. See if he can get the cutscene skipper. He did. He got hit on the same time that he finished the last tooth. They were making him able to move and making him able to move towards the shine where it spawns. Although not getting the 6, still a fairly clean eel fight from Paper Oreo here. Meanwhile, Tom's going into Nokia 1 now. I think this is actually cycle based. I think he actually got the cycle, although I'm not sure about that. Paper Oreo moving in onto the hardest part of this entire run, especially on the end here. The drooling race against Pink Guy. The insane movement you have to actually win this race is unfathomable. Nah, but for real, this race is pretty easy. Make sure you're able to get the nerfs out right before the end of the run. As Noki 6 has some pretty difficult movement, as does Corona Mountain. But it is indeed an auto scroller. Some dollar getting into the clip now. Getting it pretty nicely. Paper Oreo moving on to the last stretch of this run. If I were Tiger Teal, I would already set up those files. Category is still SM64. I am not able to change that, I think. I think that has to be a moderator who does that. I'll have to check. I don't think I can change that, unfortunately. Paper Oreo getting an extremely clean entrance there. Normally, you see people get hit at least a few times. I already see some good luck for Tigers in the chat. As we will have to try to keep a lead away from Dansta, who will be trying to... Oh! And my stream kind of froze there on the exact part that Paper Oreo ground pounded, unfortunately dying there. You hate to see it. As I said, Noki 6 can be a very difficult level. And this is just a textbook example of that. Seems like only my footage has frozen. Seems fine, so that's good. But after reloading it, it seems fine. No! Yeah, I'm having some stream lag here. Oh! Seems like Paper Oreo got the movement though. I'm reloading again, so I cannot see anything for a second, but it will be necessary. And it seems like my footage finally has stopped lagging now, so that's good. Paper Oreo getting not the extreme quick roll, but I don't think he actually went for it. And now going onto Corona Mountain, quite a difficult stage actually. We'll have to see if he goes for fast Corona or not. But I don't think he will. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar going to the eel fight. See how many teeth he can get in one try. There's one, there's two, there's 3, 4, 5. Going for the 6th. Did he get it? Did he not? I'm not sure. He barely did not, but that's still pretty good. See if he can get the cutscene skip or if he actually goes for it. Does seem like it. And does seem like he goes for it. Oh! Paper Oreo dying on Corona Mountain. Luckily, I think it was the start of Corona Mountain, so it isn't quite as bad as you do spawn here. But we have had a game over happen in Corona Mountain. So hopefully we don't repeat those actions. Raphael. Oh! He was going for fast Corona. And he seems like he was pretty good for it. But unfortunately, getting a ledge grip there, you do not like to see that. As the spikes went up. Now going for a bit more safer movement, it seems like. Which is respectable. But this is huge for the gold team. Making the Paper Oreo bleed the lead even more gives that position to catch up even quicker than they already can. Vandal are now on the hardest shine of the whole run. Paper Oreo moving into the bathtub.
The water's great, hey, Junior?
I will not say anything about the RNG of the bathtub, as it might induce commentator scores. Which at this point I would hate to see.
You again? Don't you ever give up?
Yeah.
Mario, how dare you disturb my family vacation?
Corona Mountain, a very, very difficult level. Compare attitude and nerves of being in a race right at the end. Can have this happen. We've seen it many times before, in worse or better ways. The water is indeed great. Paper Oreo, do the first to last. Ooh, having a bit of a weird angle there, but not getting cooked the entire time. You love to see it, ending the race there. And we'll be moving on to Tiger T now, who hopefully has already started. See, Paper Oreo is done. Tomas now into Noki 6. Fairly difficult secret. Hopefully he doesn't pull paper here. Kappa. Going for a bit of the saver movement, which is completely respectable there. Oh! I have not seen that triple anywhere. And getting a clean Noki 6 there. Meanwhile, I hope we'll get to see Tiger Screen eventually. I am currently not seeing it for now. But we'll move to Tiger's audio as soon as we can. Who's on which team? We got Ben. Oh, wait, I'm blanking on the names. Ben, February, and Tiger on BPT team. Tom, Dansta, and Sean Raider on the gold team. Sean Raider and Beth are already done. Now Paper is done. Soon Tom will be done. And then it's up to Dancer to play the catch game. As he does have quite a better PB from Tiger. But then again, it's hard to make up. Ooh, seems like we got some problems here. Alright, need to help out here. Going for a consistent Corona here, no fast Coronas. I would not want to see a fast Corona, my heart could not take it. Cleanly gets through it. Now only boat is left. Also gets a clean fast boat. Ooh, not getting quite the rocket storage you want to see. But it does get it for second try.
Come on in, Mama Peach.
Not sure if Tom Dollar is still on PB pace. I think he is.
You again?
At the same time, I do not want to curse anyone, so let's just say he's on a pretty good run. Seems to have some difficulties. Tiger Tool seems to be offline. He might be streaming on his second channel, but we do not know that second channel. Or his stream just went down. Either of the two could have been happening. That's why we see no footage as of now for Tiger Teal. I hope he's still in chat. Maybe he forgot to hit the stream button. Meanwhile, Tom ending the run with what seems like a green split. What seems like a PB. You love to see it. You love to see it. The nerves on both a PB race and a race has to be insane. Tom really clutched out for a gold team here. We'll be moving on to Dance's stream now, I hope. Yes, dance has already begun. Counting for later, it's like 10-15 seconds. Yeah, that can happen. Dance stream for me is frozen for now. We might be waiting until we find something for the Tiger. But I don't know. Oh, I see movement. Yes, Tiger does seem to be live now. Let's see, which audio are we using? Should be using Dance's audio, but I don't think that's working. Let's do this. Yeah, and now we can hear some audio. That's great. Dancer being one of the top runners of SMO, I myself finally getting to commentate a game that I know something about. Dancer going for the fast stop here, gets it pretty cleanly. Dancer being known as one of the best cap IL runners to ever live until Hey There took his spot. But yeah, pretty clean cap from Dancer. Tiger moving into Sand Kingdom now. I'm not sure if he went for the DSTA, as I didn't see it. I'm presuming he did, as most of everyone in the journey goes for it. We'll have to see if he plans to see it. He does go for the seed. And here's something happens called DSTA, Daylight Savings Time Abuse. What we do before the run starts, we set it so that the clock hits daylight savings time when we enter about this sub area here, thereby moving the clock 1 hour over and making the seed grow instantaneously. As you can see here, giving us a pretty free moon. Now that does change. Oh, Dancer going for DSS. Dino skip. A fairly difficult strat where you land on a specific part in the wall. Normally you don't go for that in race situations, as most people have it about at most a half 50% consistency. Maybe this is Dancer's way of showing off what he can do. Unfortunately, he didn't get it though, so what can you do? Tiger coming up to another pretty difficult strat in sand here, Dram strat. He doesn't go for it though. Respectable. But I'm sure we'll see it when Dancer comes here. He will need to get the good bullet bill manipulation though here. And by manipulation we mean just not making the bullet bill kill itself, as it does like to do that. Ooh, not getting it great, making the bullet bill actually kill itself probably. And have to wait for another one, I think. That loses quite a bit of time. Yeah, I hate to see it. As you can see there, you have to wait for the bullet bill to spawn to actually capture it, so I can go on to this pillar moon here. Having a bit of a weird strategy with bullet bill boosting, but that's fine. Opening up the box. Again, has to make sure the bullet bill doesn't kill itself here, so he captures it right on the money. And here we will do Jaxi skip, where basically we just fly this bullet bill into the wall jump, and get up here to get a moon that we shouldn't be able to get. Meanwhile, Dancer trying to go for chest clip. Seems like Dancer's trying to go for everything here, but again, failing it. Now these things that Dancer's failing do not lose him a major amount of time, luckily. So he will still be able to catch up to Tiger. Meanwhile, Tiger having to do 2 moons here, the Doom Moon, which is on a weirdly specific spot here. And then the Notes Moon. Let's see how clean his notes can be. Ooh. It's looking pretty good. Not getting the instant spin throw though. You want the spin throw as soon as you jump there out of the tree. So you can get the notes as quickly as possible. Maybe even get a single spin throw. But him waiting a bit there, losing a bit of time. And finishing up sand. Meanwhile, Dancer is just starting sand, which means we have about 4-minute difference, 3.5-minute difference. Ooh, getting a bonk there. Luckily, he got some clean movement before that, so he does not lose the bird cycle here. But you do want to have quick movement in this part, so that bird... So you will be able to catch a bird, otherwise you lose quite a bit of time for having to catch it later. Ooh, Densa! Not having set up DSTA, doing it now, it seems like. Unfortunately, pressing the system update instead. But that will make the seed grow. But it also will lose him some time from having to menu into it. Normally we do that at the start of the run. Maybe something happened that he didn't do that. Or actually, he probably knew that he wasn't gonna catch it. Because he did make a lot of mistakes in Cascade. So having to reset it there. Yeah, it's because he missed DSS, thereby making him fix the cycle. You do need to get Cap and Cascade done in a certain amount of time when you do DSTA. Ooh, Tiger getting kind of a weird value dive there. Yeah, missing clip there 2 times. You hate to see it. This is one of the most annoying captures to get. 3 times actually. That happens. Dancer now going for a dram, where he leaves his cap up there with the bullet bill, just chin there. Shakes it as soon as he gets the moon, so that he can get a quick upward there. Now Dancer also going for an advanced strat here called single bill. Instead of waiting for another bullet bill to spawn, you use the same bullet bill that you caught here to capture upward and capture him later so that you can instantly go to the pillar. Now I'm not sure if he got it. He did, but that is extremely tight. You need to catch a bullet bill on a pretty good position, make sure his durability is still enough, and there's a lot of janky mechanics that go into that. That's also going for a recent reroute. That happened here. Reverse Jaxi skip, where instead of using bullet bill, you just go up there. It is found to be faster, although not by a lot, and the movement is quite a lot harder as well. But Dancer being Dancer gets it pretty cleanly. Meanwhile, Tiger finishing up the lake clip. The lake boss fight, I mean. Hey, SpeedGaming, thanks for the raid, man. We got a pretty good race going on here. Although it doesn't seem like they're close. Dancer has quite the better PB going on here. It is a relay race. So Dancer is playing catch up here. And he has a quite opportunity to actually make it. I wouldn't say so that SMO is harder at top level than SM64. SM64 has lived for too long. People have played the game for too long. SMO is only 3 years old. Top level. Although it seems hard, I don't think it has reached its full potential yet. Dancer and Tiger both finished up their respective kingdom. Tiger going into one of the hardest kingdoms here. Wooded Kingdom. I would say the hardest kingdoms in the entire game are Sand, Wooded, Bowser, and Luncheon. Wooded, depending on what strats you do, can be a nightmare. I'm not sure if Tiger at this level and in a race situation will go for the route Wooded clip, where you get a moon and just clip out of bounds and do some pretty precise movement. It does save quite a lot of time, but it also has a lot of potential of failure that loses even more time than it saves. Meanwhile, Dancer going into Lake here, and we'll see another different route from Dancer here. He'll probably go for Lake Clip, where you throw your cap into a precise wall and just kind of bounce on it, making you out of bounds and getting some quick moves with some precise movement. Oh, okay. Let's see. He is setting up for it. Ooh, that looks good. That looks just good. Yes, okay. Now that was the easy part. Getting the clip. This is the hard part. Ooh, okay. Diving back inbounds, making it so that he cannot do the clip anymore. So he will have to go for a different route. Now, what we used to do is we used to just go on, but what is found to be faster is if you grab this tree moon here, and then actually go on with the wooded clip route as usual, replacing the moon that we get out of bounds with the tree moon. Ooh, getting a bit of a value dive there. That is quite a costly value dive, as he has to get back up from a fairly far point. And again, diving a bit too long, having to get back up yet again. And Tiger's movement not being as clean as Dance's makes that even harder for him. Again, not getting back up there. You hate to see it. He just barely missed a spot where he can actually dive on. There's sort of a specific spot there that you have to dive on if you don't go too high. Now going for the trip dog, making sure that he actually gets on there. And now you see easy DSS, as I like to say it. Where instead of a precise spot in the wall, it's a pretty easy spot in the wall. Now going up for the ramp. If you just spam jump, for some reason you can scale this ramp pretty easily. Although the end is always a bit difficult, as Mario really likes to try and wall slide there, which will make it impossible to get up. But getting it on his third try. Ooh, almost diving back, but luckily getting the ledge grab there. But that is a significant amount of time wasted from Tiger on this little strat in Wooded, making that even closer on his tail than he already was. Unless Danza also messes up Wooded movement, which can happen, anything can happen. Danza actually will go for a sort of different route here. He will get the tree moon first. As for top level players, it is faster to get the tree moon first and then skip the Piranha moon that Tiger is about to get here. Thereby skipping a cutscene, which does save minimal amounts of time. That's coming up to Wooded Cliff now. See how it goes for him. Showing off some fancy movement, and that does look good. No, he does not get it. Oh, now Dancer will have to do basically the same route as Tiger did. And as you can see, for him, it's a lot easier to get up here. But you hate to see it, you hate to see not getting quite up the ramp. But getting it on try still. Ooh, Tiger barely making it on the platform there. Ooh, having a bit of trouble getting up here. Neural Dancer is just cruising through Wooded. Aside from the Wooded clip that he did not get, he's not making tons of mistakes. Tiger having a bit of trouble getting up there with the root. There's a specific way with how you shake. If you shake with the uproot, you get a bit more height, and you need to shake there with specific timing to get up there. And he will go for the boss fight. Meanwhile, Dancer always forgetting that he has to get the Piranha move, but thankfully not. Thanks for the good luck, Troy. And Tiger finishing off Spirit with no major trouble. Ooh, Dancer trying to go for the fancy movement here, but spinning a bit too hard. You hate to see it. Meanwhile, Tiger finishing up with it. Well, Dancer, I think, will not actually go for the Spirit boss fight. I'm pretty sure, actually, as there is a faster reroute, but it requires some pretty difficult movement. That's why I didn't see Tiger go for it. A lot of reroutes happen between levels, between different levels of perfection in this game. And since Dansta is one of the best, if not very best, in this game, you're gonna see a lot of those reroutes. Here you can see Dansta not going for the boss move, instead jumping all the way down to get this move right here. Nodding all over the place. And then going into the pipe area, where he has to catch a pretty quick cycle to get some quick moons. And it's this area that usually is the reason why it gets skipped by lesser advanced runners. But then still making it look easy. Tiger started 5 minutes ahead because this is a relay race, which means that before this, as you can see in the top left and top right corner, there was an SM64 run and an SMS run. These people are just continuing the legacy of their teammates. Meaning Tiger started 5 minutes earlier than Dancer. Tiger getting pretty clean cloud, if I'm not mistaken. Not any mistakes there. Getting the hat manips as he's supposed to get. Tiger will be moving into a pretty hard kingdom, last kingdom. Dancer getting a pretty weird cloud boost, but making it work. Meanwhile, Tiger is making sure he gets the right setup for Meme Tree. Pretty difficult movement for beginners. Tiger not making any... haven't made any major mistakes yet. Knocking on wood, because this is Lost. And as you can see, Lost has a lot of poison, which will instantly kill you. It also has this bird called Klepto, which will try to steal your Cappy. And we have to move a very specific way around the kingdom to make sure he doesn't. So a lot can go wrong on Lost. That's why you have to pay extra close attention that nothing happens. Tiger, they're activating Klepto so that he no longer will steal Cappy. And we need Cappy to actually finish his kingdom, as we need to capture the globe to get out. Then so, ooh, not getting quite the jump there, having to do some finicky movement to get back up. But I would advise to look at Dancer Scream, as he will be showing some insane movement. Oh, and there he goes! The insane movement is that is the problem with insane movement. It's insane, it is hard, it can fuck you up. As you can see there, not quite getting the height needed and going into the poison form. Tiger there also dying, but this one is probably intentional, as he got all the moons and all he needs to do now is capture the globe. Thanks to having a lot of trouble with the butterfly there. Not quite knowing where to stand. What's my PB in this game? My PB is a 102.30, which is, to compare, is 3.5 minutes behind that size? Yes. Needless to say, I know a lot about this game. Don't worry about it. That's going for a reverse torpedo here, which is on an extremely tight cycle. You need to have basically perfect movement here. And he did not get it. You need to have really clean movement there so that you can be in position to make sure torpedo breaks the boxes in the precise angle that you want him to. That's not quite getting the movement there needed. So having to do some fast backup. And what you saw there was triple cage, where you just give off the P2 torpedo and just move on. Pretty insane. But at the price of insane, also comes the price of inconsistency. Tiger moving on to Night Metro Hall here. Ooh. Backflipping a little too early there, probably not quite getting these full wall kicks. As you saw there, he had to do some pretty awkward movement. But nothing too bad, nothing too bad. As long as he doesn't fall here, everything will be just fine, and he did. Tiger also moving on to the Mega Brutal. No, not Mega Brutal. Mega Wiggler fight, which has the pretty much the only bit of RNG that really can cost you a run at high level. That really can fuck you over. As the Wiggler pattern, with the way he moves around, is random. Some regular parents are pretty good. Sometimes he just likes to roll over himself 5 times, making you impossible to hit him. Everything can happen. And meanwhile, Dancer going into Nightmare City Hall, going for the Goomba fuck. Which is some pretty insane terrain bounces. Where you basically throw your cap against the wall and dive into it instantly, making you get high. Gets it perfectly though. Shows off that he is indeed a top runner, not to be messed with. Tiger not getting the perfect pattern, but getting good enough so that he doesn't get second cycle or third cycle Wiggler. The Wiggler needs as 2 vulnerability phases when all of his etc. and then he's done for. But if you do not get all of the bubbles, especially in the second one, quick enough, he will go into a state of invulnerability for another time, making you lose about 30 seconds. Luckily, Tiger not having to deal with that. Where the version is any percent on, this is on 1.3. We used to do it on 1.0 runs because of a lot of clips that used to be, a lot of strats that we used to do then. But 1.3 came out and it had the loads were so insanely fast that this is now the fastest version, no matter what version you're playing. Danza getting what seems like a pretty good pattern, but having some weird hitbox detection there. Luckily, he backs it up pretty quickly. Tiger not going for the scoot clip. That Danza will probably show up later here. Instead opting to just capture, which is okay. Ooh, side flipping there, preemptively capturing the pole. We do another dram thread, as we like to call them, where you just leave Cappy and capture something later once we grab our moon or our objective that we won. But there's the problem with dram thread. If you shake too early, you preemptively capture something that you do not want, and you have to go back. You never do scoot clip, probably should start soon. You can start whenever you want, man. Scoot clip doesn't save too much time, but it does look pretty cool. Tiger having some trouble getting through the girder there. Bulking twice. It is pretty hard. Oh, and he's not going for... he's going for the musician's route. Not going for the warp route. Essentially, you have to do a little bit more movement and save 2 seconds by doing the musician's route. But you can also lose those 2 seconds or even more if you fuck up the movement. Tiger having more bunks than you can count. You hate to see it. And you can see Dancer really creeping up now. And I'm pretty sure we will see another reroute from Dancer here. He probably will go into slot. Yes, and it will go next into the bullet bill sub area. See if we can get these slots quickly. He can with a single spin throw. But what he does here with this reroute, he skips the musician's moves, which induce a cutscene. And if you want to know anything about speedrunners, we hate cutscenes. We want to skip them as much as possible. So that's what we do here. And instead we do this sub area with some pretty difficult movement to catch a bullet bill cycle, to capture him pretty quickly. If we get it, we save time. If we don't, we don't. And Dancer does seem to get the good capture. Tiger now moving up. Not getting quite a quick climb, but a respectable climb nonetheless. You can mess up the climb if you try to go for a quick climb. Dancer showing off a nice triple strat there. And a blind dive into the moon. Meanwhile, Tiger not quite getting the bullseye. You need to ground pound a specific spot there. And that's just showing off his fast climb. Tiger moving on to the last sub area now of Metro Kingdom. Oh, and bonking on the end there. You hate to see it. But yeah, he'll get... Ooh! Missing dive there. Not quite getting on. And having to do it again. That does lose quite a bit of time. You hate to see it. Tiger having a pretty detrimental Metro. Luckily he's out of it. And hopefully we'll be getting into some cleaner water. But Dancer is surely creeping behind. He can smell Tiger. To the point where we have a very, very, very little difference between the two runners. I will not be surprised if Dancer catches up to Tiger fully in snow, which is this next kingdom. Now, it might seem that Dansta alone is carrying his team, but you have to remember that Tom Dollar really pulled out a great run. Although he did start 15 to 26 earlier, he almost tied his PB, making sure that Gold Team were set up to win in the SMO. Tiger. Talking to the toad. Not assaulting him, luckily. As some speedrunners like to throw Cappy onto the already frozen Captain Toad. Luckily, we don't see that kind of abuse in this race. Ooh, Tiger not going for the snowdrum route. We see another difference in route coming up. Where Densta will, instead of going to the shop, instead go up this. And he will go into the shop later on, warp out of it and do snowdrum. Meanwhile, Tiger will only now go up here. And instead of doing snowdrum, he will get a different room in one of the sub areas here. Now, you might ask to yourself, what is snowdrum? Snowdrum is a difficult jump at the end of the kingdom, where we basically do a precise jump to make us get to an island up in the sky from the Odyssey, where you get one extra moon. And since most of the moons in snow are so slow, that will actually save a lot of time. Ooh, Tiger almost getting good triple there, but choking at the end there, bonking. Also not being able to catch the quick blowy Joey cycle, which I believe Dancer did seem to find. Ooh! Having some unlucky events happen to the Spiny. Now it might seem bad to leave a Spiny there, but it actually saves quite a bit of time. Having one Spiny left there and quick killing at the end, because the camera moves like from your perspective to that perspective, and the closer you are, the less time it takes. So having the quick on Spiny at the end there saves a little time as the camera has to move. Just that ever less. Both now in what I call the worst stop area in the whole game. This also has a bit of the worst RNG that can happen. It 99% of the time it won't happen. But there's a small percentage of time where the Goomba, which you need to capture here to get into that little moon section, just kills himself by walking off. Luckily, we do not see those things happening here. Dancer going onto Snowdrum now, the difficult jump, as I was saying. It helps that you really cannot see anything with the snow, so you kind of have to wing it. But Dancer being such a veteran runner that it just comes natural to him. And finishing up Snow, making him officially in the lead now. Tiger will really have to hope that Dancer will not come in clutch at the end there to make sure he still has a chance of winning this for his team. Tiger now getting the last moon to finish up Snow Kingdom. Let me get your breath. My voice is quite hurting. Alright, Dancer now moving into Seaside Kingdom, where you will start off with a spin pound, triple jump up here. Another backflip, wall jump, and all that movement is kind of precise there. You really can barely make these jumps to get the quick moves. And we just optimized it to hell so that we have to do that. Having a bit of trouble with the rumble area. Not getting quite the movement you like to see there. And now going into the 2D, 3D section of Seaside. And getting it as quickly as I can. Tiger now also getting onto the first moon of Seaside. Getting it pretty cleanly. And then start doing some interesting movement to capture the fish here. Not sure how much time that saves over the normal. And Dancer will be swimming away. Tiger now also getting into the 2D, 3D section. This can be proved difficult as it is quite weird with the camera angle and the depth perception not working to help you. Getting a bonk there, you hate to see it. And now also moving on to the fish. Now the reason I specified the first and third moon here a lot is because that's all of Seaside basically. That really is all of Seaside. All of the rest of the moons are just swimming, swimming, swimming. There's not a lot that can go wrong here. Although there's one section here at the end where we do a fish split. For some reason, when you capture the fish here, you can kind of move the fish out of bounds in this little corner, and then when we recapture it, we are out of bounds. I don't know why they let us do that. Now you have to be careful here to grab this moon while not moving back inbounds, because we want to enter this sub area from here. If we don't do that, we have to talk to the Sphinx, losing us a bunch of time. Yeah, Storm Raider is saying Team BPT were supposed to have a huge advantage in SMS due to Paper Oreos and Dumb Dollars difference in level. But Paper Oreo didn't play badly, but Dumb Dollar just got amazing luck and amazing movement for his level, making sure that Gold Team were set up too. And now see the difference in level. Ooh, like I said, you want to not go inbounds here. He'll have to probably talk to the Sphinx here. And I believe he has to go for the last option. The last option. Will he go for it? Yes, alright. Knows his back up, thankfully. Otherwise they will lose him a lot more time. That doesn't happen too often, so runners sometimes forget which option to choose there as a backup. I myself have been stuck there, getting all the answers wrong in a row. Wait, Dancer might be going for a new luncheon reroute. He is the mad lad going for Spiritless, where he skipped this boss fight and do a completely different route of luncheon, showing off some insane movement. It is very difficult to save time with, but at Dancer's level, it might just be possible. This is pretty new. It's about like 3 months since it's actually been proven to be faster, something like that. And it saves about at most 6 seconds, but with the movement you have to do, you'll see. Tiger now getting up. Not going for Salt Triple, which is respectable, as that is quite hard. Now normally, at this point where Dance is, you have to have some pretty precise movement to catch a cycle here. It's called Manipulus, but there are no Podobus. That's because he didn't fight Spirit. So instead he has to jump across the lava here, like that, to enter the fourth room. And that's not the first you'll see of that. You see, you're not supposed to skip the Spirit boss fight. So a lot of the kingdom seemingly seems unavailable for the naked eye. But in a speedrunner's eye, we just see potential. And you'll see that potential soon enough. Now again, we skip the street boss fight as it does create some cutscenes. We hate cutscenes, we skip it. Some precise lava bounces there, really having to dive under the cafe there to make sure you can get through quickly enough. Oh, not getting the pin pound there. See, hopefully he doesn't throw it in the lava. He does not. Nice. And now throwing these two golden turnips into the soup. And the soup gives us a move. Tiger, now cleaning up his movement. Ooh, not quite getting the box here. He's not on the right angle. Cappy does not want to touch the box there if he's right there. Finally, he finds the position he needs to be in. But yeah, that's a nuisance that can happen. Cappy, for some reason, does not want to hit that box in specific spots. So you have to be in the special spot. Dance now. You see this? You see this? You can't jump that unless there's invisible blocks. And there are. So we get those invisible blocks. And we move across. With the quick entry into this sub area. Alright. Tiger now moving into the fork sub room. Both this sub room and the sub room that Dancer is in right now are very high speed sub rooms. You're constantly just moving, throw Cappy. Oh, Tiger! Having the bad angle on the fork there. Launch him into the stratosphere. You hate to see it. You really need precise angles on those forks there. To make sure you go up. Luckily, he does clean his act up. Dancer now getting that timer moon and having to get the Cappy back so he can capture the globe, finishing up this lunch and reroute. Insane movement, insane. You love to see it. Ooh, Tiger not getting the Podaboo bounce. There's specific, like, the Podaboo for some reason jumps higher when he's going, like, uphill. Now, it seems like a flat surface, but it's not. There's slight, very, very slight, it's like puddles, so to say, of lava in there. Where if you go up, you get a higher jump. Tiger not quite getting the setup there, so he's gonna have to go for the backup. Getting hit by the spiny as well, that will cause him to get a moon refill, which I haven't even talked about. If you get hit, and then you grab a moon, it will play a cutscene of you refilling up, which loses about 2 seconds. So you want to avoid getting hit while grabbing moons. This does not count for multi-moons though. Multi-moons do not give that cutscene, they just straight up heal you. For some reason. Which is why we get hit in the Mega Wiggler fight. Tiger trying to set up for the Cappy. Ooh, that looks quite... It's a good Cappy spot, but it's a bad Mario spot, so not quite getting the best movement there, but good enough. making him able to scale the mountain with ease and getting this moon. Also, Dansta right now is in Brood Kingdom, the hardest kingdom in all of SMO, no questions asked. No, but for real, this is another outer scroller. We just kind of like make sure he dies. So for now, in this race, if you need to go pee, need to go poop, need to get some food, need to get anything, do it now. Now is the boring part, but be back, because in a minute we will enter Bowser Kingdom, which is, aside from luncheon with Dance's Route, the hardest kingdom, I would say. Ruin equals worse equals better than Cloud in difficulty. Yes, Ruined is way easier than Cloud. I'll be taking a break for my voice for a little bit. Alright, Dancer now coming into Bowser Kingdom, where, if I'm correct, we'll see another route difference. Hell yeah, baby. Although this one is very slight. I do not know if Tiger goes for the Pokéodram. If he does not, the route difference will be even less. If he does, he will just get a moon indifferent from another moon that Dancer will get, which is the box moon at the end. Otherwise, the routes only differ from the shards moon, where Dancer will do some pretty insane movement to get shards as quickly as possible. So first up for Dancer is this Ogre. Ooh, getting a bit of Chaos Dive there. Chaos Dives when Mario doesn't want to dive instantly, making you lose like half a second because he's just stuck in the ground pound animation. That's what we call a Chaos Dive. Sometimes this makes us really mess up our timing or miss up some cycles, but in most cases it lose half a second and nothing more. Ooh, Dancer trying to do some fancy stuff there, not quite getting stopped by the wall. But now he's coming into shards. You will see insane movement. Ooh, okay, yes. Oh no, not getting the dive back. You want to dive back onto the platform, not into the Spiny. That's quite unfortunate. We'll be getting the triple though onto this roof. And will he go for Captureless? He will, but he will not get it. Therefore I have to back it up with a capture and grab the last shard. Not the cleanest shards, unfortunately. Tiger now grabbing his multi-moon from the Rune Kingdom, finishing up entering Bowser Kingdom as well. Then Sub will probably go for another Dram here, Bowser Dram. This one is quite precise, as the angle you need to hold is weird. But it does seem to get it. Mario turns really weirdly in this game. Sometimes he just completely does what you want, sometimes he just doesn't want to turn at all. Especially in the air. That's why we mostly use Cappy when we want to turn. But in that case, when we don't have Cappy, we just gotta deal with it sometimes. Now that's coming into the brutal fights. We'll go for Harriet first, the best strategy. Topper first can. Suck it. And I need to reload my stream for a second as it's lagging like crazy. I hope it's not bad for you. Oh, we're moving over to Tiger's audio now. That's fine. I didn't make that decision, but that's fine. We'll change back to Dancer as he is in the lead. As soon as we can. Dancer now finishing up Topper with some quick kills. Quickly getting on top of his head. All that, all that. I should be back onto dance audio now. Maybe there was something wrong with dance audio that I didn't quite catch. We'll see. No, alright. Tiger now coming into shards. Ooh, also getting hit by the spiny. Tiger not attempting to go for dive back there, but having a bit of trouble with spiny. Spiny also move quite randomly. Like before they see you, they just move randomly. So might have a bit of bad RNG there. But we'll be finishing up now. Ooh, not getting the bomb cycle. You hate to see it. So now coming up to the climb and going into the Mecha Brutal fight. Which also features some insane movement, some insane dives, insane precision. You'll see it right now. So, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to capture Pokio, throw some bombs at his legs so that you're able to kill the bubbles. Instead, we just go up without hurting the legs because we want to, and we just kill those bubbles quickly. Now, you might think, why are we killing bubbles here? Well, that's because they're invulnerable in this state. So we have to wait for Mega Brutal to hit his face into the wall. So he's here where we can actually kill the last bubble. And now this is insane. Watch this. What? What? Onto the bubble. Insanity. You love to see it. That's what we call target acquired, as it does require some insane movement to acquire the target. Right on it. Right on the money. But Dansta showing no problems. Tiger now coming into the Harriet fight. He went for Topper first. Might have lost in the race. No, there's no real difference between the two. I'm not sure if that there's specific spots you have to stand in by Harriet to make sure that she doesn't hop forever. And I'm not sure if that is a spot. Doesn't seem like it worked for Tiger. Oh, also missing a bomb there. You hate to see it. Having to wait for the next time Harriet throws bombs. Now, I haven't quite paid attention as hard, but I think Tiger did not go for Pokier Dram and therefore will do the box moon. Yes, he will. Alright. Meanwhile, that's now moving into Moon, looking to be about a 101 pace, which is better than my PB. That hurts. By a minute. But hey, that's what you get by being a top runner. Tiger now going for the boxes, getting a clean entry. That can be a bit difficult to get in there. but he makes it look easy. Now, going for blind jump, lagging. Oh no, not going for blind jump. He's playing it safe. Respectable, as that can fuck up your movement and send you into distress. Tessa getting some clean vectors, I presume. Coming up to the final skip of this run, Moon Skip. This was maybe the first skip ever found, and also the skip that saves the most time in this entire run, where we jump on this pad. Oh, not getting the cap jump that he needs there, so I have to do it again. Again! What is he doing? Now, normally you have to wall jump on 2 specific spots here, but Dansta, being the god gamer that he is, he just goes for the 1 wall jump, but not quite getting it. He's going for the 2 wall jumps now. That's the normal strat there. Oh! You hate to see it. That's not getting the cap return, or like, you can only jump on Cappy once, and then you have to hit the ground again. But for some reason, that part of the moon there, the ground detection doesn't quite work or something, so it doesn't register you having your cap jump back again. So that's what happened there. How hard is a wall 1 jump? Pretty fucking hard. Oh, Tiger not going for the target quite, which is pretty normal for a person around this level. Also opting not to go for the quick kill on Spirit, instead to play it safe, which is respectable, to say the least. And he will finish up mech with no problems. You love to see it. Miro dances into the Bowser fight on Moon. This is basically the same as the Cloud fight, except it takes a bit longer. And you have to hit Bowser a little bit more, that's all. Otherwise, it's a 1-to-1 copy. Because in between him throwing heads, he likes to jump in the middle, just spew fire now. We can't skip it. It's also very hard to get hit, as the fire is just a foot seeker. So as long as you're in the air, it doesn't matter, really. And then so now on the final, empty hit Bowser twice, and finishing it up. Moving into the escape sequence of this run, where we will capture Bowser and escape the moon as it's falling apart. For a runner of his level, there shouldn't be many things that can go wrong now. But there are a few things that will send you straight back to the beginning of when you killed Bowser, of when you captured Bowser. A few places where you can get killed. And one of them is coming up right now. On 2D section, we do a thing here called 2D skip. Wait, is it? Oh. That's there. Seemingly trying to attend 2D skip, where there are precise places on the wall where you can actually skip this area and just straight go up. But that's really insane, especially for something at the end of the run that no one does it, basically. Literally no one. In runs, that is. Ooh, Tiger getting hit by the spikes. You hate to see it. Probably gonna have to capture the flag here to make sure he does stay safe. Tiger now also coming up on Mooncave skip. Well, meanwhile, Danza is into the pillar room. Here also, the more pillars you take down, the more ground fall, and every step of ground that you step on will fall. So there is a possibility of him dying here, sending him straight back to Bowser being captured, but the chances are quite slim. as he's on his last pillar already. Finishing up cleanly. Getting memed on by the rocks though. Again! Oh my. I'm not sure if those rocks are RNG. I'm pretty sure they're on the cycle actually. But yeah, that is annoying to see. Danza finished up the run. The run will end when he shoots out of this pool into the stratosphere. Finishing the race and getting the dub for his team. GG's to Danza. Moving on now to Tiger. We'll switch audio. He's into the Bowser fight. Oh! Making the one mistake there that you can make when you... Bowser only like sets fire to half of the stage. He does like a half circle. If you go beyond that area, Bowser will just like stand still and just reroute where he spews fire, making you lose a bit of time. So that's something you don't want to do. You want to stay inside the half circle that he sprays fire on. Not that it loses too much time, but it is significant enough that you don't want to do it. Now onto the last set of cap. Gets it. Ooh, yeah, okay. Sometimes Bowser can really just recapture the cap there, as when it gets close to him, he just grabs it. But luckily that didn't happen to Tiger, so he could just grab the cap, finish it off Bowser, getting into the escape sequence. Boss barely not able to get onto a 110 phase. Oh wait, I have to say that dance is done. I almost forgot. Dancer to, for me to enter the interview, you get messaged by a SpeedGaming bot sooner or later. I don't know exactly what triggers it. And then with that link you can enter. But we'll first wait for Tiger to finish up the run. He's not going for 2D skip there. You can kind of like break the rocks in a certain way where you can jump on them, skipping a small section, saving about 2 seconds. But if you mess it up, you die, losing about 40 seconds. So it is pretty doable, but the reward to mistakes you make there is so high that some people just choose not to do it. Oh wait, I have to declare winner actually. I don't know where I can do that. Well, I'll figure it out soon. Meanwhile, Tiger's into the pillar section, also finishing up the run. Seeming to be about a 110, 2x or something. Just having to do this last pillar and we'll be done. Tiger, now also done. Alright. That is it. Yeah, Dancer, you just joined now for the interview. Hello. How are you? Tom Dollar also here. How are you doing?
How are you?
Yes. So, How how do you think it went? We have the full gold team here, it seems like. How do you feel about the victory, boys?
Good, good. I like to play catching up game, to be honest. That was really fun.
Well, I'm glad I could put you on the spot there, man.
I'm happy that I got God RNG throughout the whole run. That was pretty nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tom was MVP for sure.
I was really happy with how I played.
Well done.
I
man.
was not expecting to get a 119.
I
Yeah,
posted.
you
in my
played
Discord-
really, really well. Like,
Yeah.
Paper Mario should have won by a lot more, but you played insanely well. So good job on you.
He had a pretty rough road though, to be fair.
Yeah, he had a lot of bad RNG. So that was rough.
Yeah, I posted in my
The
Discord
beginning was
that
rough,
we would
but
probably lose because the deficit was pretty high for like games so consistent. You know, like Odyssey's pretty consistent for like across the board and Sunshine as well. But like I'm super surprised that you guys managed to make up so much time.
I'm surprised I managed to not lose 4 minutes, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
Any-
like the start of my run was pretty bad, but everything else up to Moon, I kind of like knew
Oh, yeah.
that I won in Moon already, so I didn't really try. As you saw, like I wouldn't have tried one wall jump, Moon skip if it was close. But
Or DSS. Or,
Yeah,
no,
I like
2D
the
skip.
2DSS attempt. That was nice.
almost.
I was so hyped when you did Spiritless, man. That was actually
yeah.
my first time.
That
seeing
was
it.
really
I've-
hype.
I've
I've
never
heard
seen
about
that
it
route either.
before.
That route is
Yeah.
so cool.
So
the,
nuts.
That's the one thing I practiced the most in the last 2 weeks, and it
Nice.
improved my gold by 12 seconds so far. So 6 seconds is
Damn.
kind of wrong, Yuri.
I've been practicing.
No, wait, I mean like
another
6
more.
seconds to compare to the old route, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, the world record is 11 seconds better since then.
11. All right. Well, seems like I have some catching up to do.
The movement with the hidden blocks, that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen in this game.
Yeah, really.
Usually you do a rainbow spin there, but I don't know why. If I tried it, I often don't have the height anymore. I have the distance, but not the height. So I just try to vector a lot, so I can do it without that. And I think it's a little bit faster too, so why not?
Damn, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, pretty insane that you were able to do that movement in a race setting.
Yeah, that was
I don't
was
think we've
slower
seen
than
it
my-
yet on this channel. Maybe by Lucid, maybe not.
It was slower than my previous launching gold before I did it. But yeah. It was a 609.
Oh, Tiger now also here. How are you doing? Alright.
He's muted.
Yeah, he's muted, so he cannot speak for now, but that's fine. Any more comments from the gold team about any run you had? Or is that it?
I mean, basically, I just want to not hold my team back next time. I don't know. That's all I'm after. Hopefully next time I think I'm definitely capable of being more consistent. Like I've had problems with races in the past, but I'm confident I can get like a sub 52 next time. Bev's insane though, man. Like I don't think I could have gotten like a mid 50.
Yeah, no,
Actually,
Bev
Oh, yeah,
played
get it.
insanely well.
Like I
Me too, I
can't.
can also get a 52 next time, yeah.
Yeah, I believe it. After that, I believe it.
Yeah, Bev really making sure that BPT had a chance of winning, as Team BPT was the team with the lower combined PBs. Bev by far making up for that with an insane run. So
Yeah, I was
GG's to Bev.
watching-
I know he's probably not here anymore.
I was watching some of that run, like while I was doing the run, and like the kind of stuff he was not pulling any punches. Like he was doing literally every hard strat he knew.
Yeah.
I think I only really saw him mess up, but like I saw him mess up a couple times here and there, but like I only really saw him mess up the snowman's head strat. But like he got like you probably have. I mean, I guess because I don't know how much experience you guys have with the SM64, but the fire sea cycle that he made is so hard to get in a race. Like, actually nuts.
All right. We also have
Yeah,
Tiger
GG's.
now here. Dagger, how do you feel about that run?
That was a rough one. Not gonna lie, that was very
Yeah.
rough.
Join the
The-
plus 4 minute club.
The practice run I did before that, I did 2 of them because I was like, I'm gonna make extra sure this goes well. I got nut clip, everything was fine. I was only like 20 seconds off of PB. I'm like, okay, we got this.
And your PB
Danced
is
up
what
Bob,
exactly?
and then I got a 106.19 yesterday.
106.19. Great.
Yeah. So, yeah, I understand Sean's pain.
Yeah, for real.
A
Wait,
lot
so
of
you
pain
were
was
hot off-
had in this.
You say you got a PB
race.
yesterday?
Oh yeah, I PB by 10 seconds
Damn,
yesterday, which is
dude.
pretty nice.
Yeah, you used up all your luck.
Yeah.
Congrats.
I stole it.
It would have been insanely close if you got
It would have been.
1:06 this
Yeah.
time. Because that's
It-
4 minutes off my time now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been, but it's still a good race, you know. It happens.
That was a fun one.
I'm happy we didn't lose the first round.
That would have been, yeah.
There was a lot of pain in this race, but also a lot of clutch moments. A lot of Mario
Yeah.
meltdowns. But also, almost a VP. Jesus. Okay. Alright, anyone has any more to add, or otherwise I'll just end it here. And that's a no. So, I think we're done here.
GG.
Sweet. Thank you
GGs.
for the comms, dude. It was I was watching the entire
Thanks
race
for the
after my
comms.
one, and it was awesome.
Thank you, man. I hope I didn't fuck up SMS too badly, as it's
No,
It isn't
you
a
said you
game I've
didn't
ever
know.
run.
Yeah, you said you didn't know much, but you had like a lot of insightful stuff, like about cycles and everything. I loved it. Great.
Yeah, I've never run the game, so maybe in the future.
Oh yeah.
But that's it for us.
It's also a terrible game, but it's also a fun game.
Shout out to multiple Mario
That's very
games.
true.
Shout out to multiple
that's
Mario game
favorite Mario
speedruns in general. Like more people should do just regular multiple Mario game speedruns. Like I know the 602's got a lot of clout, but like Sandbox any percent is an actual category that people can run. Odme has the world record, and I think it's down to like sub 3 now for all 3 games. So anyone who knows all 3 games, you should absolutely give it a try. It's a really fun category. I've done it a couple times, but I suck at SMS.
I actually might do that in the future as well. I definitely want to learn 70 at one point. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
learn Odyssey too.
Yeah,
I
I
learned
definitely
SMS.
want to learn SMS 70. We'll see.
I'm gonna learn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn 70.
70's F for me too.
Hey,
Gonna be
if
a
I
keyboard
can
warrior.
self promote a little bit, show a little bit, I do have a guide for 70. So check that
Oh,
out.
oh,
Oh.
you're making me interested.
Hell yeah, do it, dude.
But that's it for now. If you like anything that you saw this entire race, make sure to check out the racers, the commentators. Big thank you to the restreamer, Mind of Me, did a pretty amazing job when I wasn't paying close enough attention to audio or whatever. So thanks you for him, and thanks to you for watching this. See you on the next one.
All right, see ya.